Hello everyone, welcome back to HW News. It is 2.5 hours since the counting of the votes for Karnataka Assembly election began today, and Congress has managed a comfortable majority in the trends as of now. Congress is leading on 114 seats and the BJP is leading on 79 seats. JDS is leading on 26 seats and other candidates are leading on 5 seats. Congress here has managed to get a comfortable majority past the halfway mark, which is 113 for the 224 seat Assembly of Karnataka, and Congress is now leading on 114 seats. However, the numbers may change because the counting is still going on, but as of now the Congress looks very confident that it may retain count, and if it does not, there are developments that are going in the Congress camp. Apparently, it has been told to the all winning candidates of the Congress party to arrive in Bengaluru by evening. If Congress manages to get majority by the evening, a solid majority, a concrete majority by evening, and there are choppers and planes that have kept ready for to carry the winning MLAs to Bengaluru. So I guess Congress party is now making quick moves to secure its majority and avoid any sort of Operation Kamal. In fact, yesterday, R. Ashok, candidate of the BJP and who is contesting against DK Shivkumar from Karnataka, had said that in case BJP does not get a majority in this election, then it may have some kind of operation. So that is what the current update is. DK Shivkumar is leading from Kanakpura, Siddharamaiah is leading from Varuna, although Jagdish Shettar, who switched from BJP to Congress party, is trailing in Hubli Dharwad region. Lakshman Savdi is leading in Athani. So these are the developments as of now. The celebrations have already begun at the Congress headquarters. Let us see how the Congress party workers are celebrating. Also in Delhi, the Congress celebration has already begun today. Priyanka Gandhi, who was one of the most important face and star campaigner for the Karnataka Assembly election, she was spotted at a temple in Shimla. She was seen praying in Shimla. I guess it is a very important election for the Congress party as well. We are joined by our managing editor, Mr. Sujit Nair. We have also joined by our my colleague Sonu Kanojia as well. Sonu, let me first come to you and ask you, given the current situation and that the Congress party has prepared two plans in case the Congress party solidifies its majority, its lead. What do you think? What are these two plans?
आरती, सबसे पहला प्लान ये है कि कांग्रेस ने अपने सभी जो विधायक हैं जो जीत रहे हैं उन सभी को जो है एक निर्देश दे दिया है कि जैसे ही बहुमत का आंकड़ा पार होता है वैसे ही उनके जितने भी विधायक हैं वो सभी के सभी बेंगलुरु आ जाए। और इसके अलावा कांग्रेस का ये भी प्लान है कि अगर कांग्रेस के पास बहुमत नहीं मिलता है तो वो किस तरह से जेडीएस के पास जाएगी। देखिए, जेडीएस के पास कांग्रेस ने जाने का जो प्लान बनाया है वो बताया जा रहा है कि 2008 का प्लान है, जिसमें जेडीएस को वो सीएम की सीट नहीं देना चाहेंगी। हो सकता है कि जेडीएस को जो है वो मंत्रालय ज्यादा दे दिया जाए। तो कांग्रेस ने फिलहाल दोनों स्थितियों में अपना जो प्लान है वो बना के रखा है। कांग्रेस फिलहाल पूरी तरह से कॉन्फिडेंट है कि कांग्रेस को लगता है कि बहुमत जो है वो उन्हें मिल जाएगा। लेकिन ये जो ट्रेंड्स आ रहे हैं, ये ट्रेंड्स जो है आगे पीछे हो रहे हैं। हालांकि कांग्रेस बहुमत के आंकड़े के पार अभी भी दिखाई दे रही है, लेकिन जो फाइनल नतीजे आएंगे वही तय करेगा कि कांग्रेस की सरकार बन रही है या नहीं बन रही है। तो कांग्रेस ने ऐसी स्थिति में जो माहौल को देखते हुए अपने जितने भी जीतने वाले विधायक हैं उन सभी को निर्देश दिया है कि वो रेडी रहे, अलर्ट रहे। जो चॉपर्स हैं वो भी रेडी करके रख लिया गया है कि कौन से विधायक को कहां से लेकर आना है। और साथ ही साथ कहा जा रहा है कि अगर बहुमत मिल जाता है तो जो कर्नाटक में है कांग्रेस अपनी सरकार बहुत जल्दी बनाएगी, यानी कि ज्यादा समय नहीं लगाएगी, तुरंत सरकार बनाएगी ताकि सरकार उनकी बन जाए और जो विधायक हैं वो कहीं पर टूट के ना जाए। तो कांग्रेस का प्लान पूरी तरह से सेट हो चुका है और कांग्रेस जो है वो अपने विधायकों को लगातार संपर्क में रखी हुई है, जो जीत रहा है उसे भी, और जो विधायक जो मार्जिन जिसकी बहुत कम है उन सभी से कांटेक्ट लगातार कांग्रेस के जो आला कमान है, जो वॉर रूम के जो भी उनके जो संचालक हैं, वो सभी कांटेक्ट बना के रखे हुए हैं और स्थिति देखते हुए सभी को कांटेक्ट करके जो है बेंगलुरु आने के लिए कहा जा रहा है।
Definitely, there is also another update which says that Congress has booked a resort in Hyderabad where it plans to move all these winning MLAs of the Congress party. Well, one has to see what happens in the evening, but as of now, we can see that Congress is now leading in the trends. 116 seats Congress is leading on, and in fact in terms of vote share also Congress is leading. Congress has got 43% of vote share, whereas BJP is behind. BJP has won and BJP's vote share is only 36%. Sujit sir is with us. Sujit sir, looking at the current scenario in the Karnataka, what do you think? Is Congress on the victory path? Still the results are not, the leads are not converted in the results, but looking at the current situation, do you think Congress has a shot at the victory?
I think 3 points I want to make. Point number one is, you see, it's very unfortunate, isn't it, that a party is winning. Chances are Congress party will get absolute majority, and even then they have to take their MLAs to Hyderabad, which means what are you talking about the people's verdict? What is the meaning of people's verdict? People's vote has no point. So today, after getting absolute majority, they will be, attempt to break the party, attempt to, kind of pull down or attempt to ensure that, the party that didn't get the majority becomes the government. It is a very, very sad day if something of this sort happens. But let me tell you, I am quite confident that all of this may not happen. Because there are two things, Aarti, we have been saying for the last 2 months. One, we have been saying that like the diminishing law of marginal utility, the communal use in politics, continuously talking communal in politics, Karnataka has rejected it. This is the result. In fact, to prove that more, to endorse it more, even after the Bajrangbali row, it didn't make any difference. So, Karnataka has rejected communal politics. Secondly, Aarti, this is my opinion. Okay, I think if now a government, which is a proper government that got close to 113 seats, or it's the largest government, single largest party in the assembly elections. Aarti, if that party is pulled down or that party is, then I think it is something else that this country is going to reject. This country will reject this mockery of democracy. So that is what I think, and I don't think Bharatiya Janata Party, if Congress gets its full majority, I don't think Bharatiya Janata Party will try to meddle in. I think they will accept their defeat, and I think Congress will rule the government. Will rule Karnataka. This is what I think. This is what currently I look at it, because after a government, after a party getting its majority, if it is meddled with, then it is going to have a very, very sad ramification on the country. That's number two. Number three, Aarti, interesting factors. A lot of research this time has come true. You see, look at Bengaluru. Bengaluru is still with Bharatiya Janata Party, not with Congress. Okay, and I am saying research because if you see the NDTV research, NDTV had clearly said that the rich is with the Bharatiya Janata Party. It is the poor that is with Congress. So metro cities are with as in Bengaluru is with Bharatiya Janata Party. So to that extent, that research has come true. So these are facts that I wanted to point out. But I think, to my mind, I think there is a certain amount of probability. In fact, there's a large amount of probability. My apologies. There's a large amount of probability that Congress will form the government without any help. If GDS has to come in, then this entire thing get messed up. Then the story starts today. That is how it is going to be. It is not going to be an easy tie-up and easy shaking of hands and all. वो सब नहीं होगा. Okay, because JDS will ask for its pound of flesh. It will bargain with Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress. And even today I am telling you, from a political perspective, for GDS to join Bharatiya Janata Party will be more lucrative than GDS to join hands with Congress. This is my opinion.
Well, definitely. Now is leading on 113 seats, BJP is leading on 76 and JDS is leading on 30 seats. Congress is up by 33 seats from last time around. BJP is down by 28 seats and JDS is down by 7 seats. So Congress is clearly the biggest gainer here as per the recent trends. Now, in 2013, Congress had won 122 seats and with a comfortable majority, it had formed a single-handed government in the state of Karnataka, which for a matter of fact, it lasted for 5 years. It was led by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. This time around, there is a tussle between D.K. Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah as to who will lead the state, who will become the Chief Minister of the Congress party, but that is for the MLAs and the High Command of the parties to discuss later on. As of now, their priority is to secure the majority and the Congress party has called for a meeting tomorrow of all the winning candidates. If we look at the situation right now, while H.D. Kumaraswamy is leading in Channapatna, his son Nikhil Kumaraswamy is trailing from his constituency of Ramanagara. Interestingly, Nikhil Kumaraswamy had also contested Lok Sabha election, but he had lost, and this time around he was contesting the assembly election. But even in the assembly election, he is now trailing. But we have to see what happens next. As of now, what we can see is that the Congress is now leading. In fact, Congress party reacting on this lead has also said this is the effect of Bharat Jodo Yatra of Rahul Gandhi. Sujit, what do you think? Is this the result of Bharat Jodo Yatra? As you rightly pointed out, that survey says that...
No. I don't think this is the effect of Bharat Jodo Yatra. I think Bharat Jodo Yatra did very well for Rahul Gandhi. It did get Congress, it did better for Rahul Gandhi than for Congress party. Bharat Jodo Yatra didn't translate into votes. Bharat Jodo Yatra would have never translated into votes. Bharat Jodo Yatra will not, because if Bharat Jodo Yatra would have translated into votes, it should have translated into votes in Gujarat. So no. See, Aarti, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
This is not a Congress win. This is a Bharatiya Janata Party loss. This is not a Congress win. This is Bharatiya Janata Party loss because of corruption. This is Bharatiya Janata Party loss because of excessive communal
well, we are also joined by,
sorry
to interrupt you, Sujit sir. Tarun Chauhan is also live with us. Tarun Chauhan is a political analyst and you have also seen him on our channel analyzing the exit polls on our channel. So let's also go to him. Sujit sir, the same question that I asked you, I want to ask him. What do you think is Bharat Jodo Yatra has any relation to this lead that Congress party is getting in this election?
I don't think so. You can separate. Hi, good morning. First of all, I just heard by default I heard Sujit's response, so I'm going to use that as a starting point. I don't think so. You can separate the Congress party and the Gandhis. They are all interlinked, and what Gandhis do affects Congress party. What Congress party does affects the Gandhis. So I think there has been a rub-off effect of the Bharat Jodo Yatra on the election, on the Congress party. Forget the election for the moment. I think the cadre came into being, lots of leaders came into being, youngsters came into being. So it has been extremely good. But yeah, BJP also gave the platform for Congress to perform well in Karnataka. They did what they did. So yeah, that's the way it is.
Well, definitely. Sujit sir, you are saying?
Yeah, I still maintain that, you see, somewhere down the line, it is more, and this is something that we had spoken 2 months back. It's just that people were actually unsatisfied. There was a huge anti-incumbency against Bharatiya Janata Party, and of course, which Congress took advantage of. There is no doubt about it. And the fact is, I should also commend the Congress leaders in Bangalore. The DK Shivkumar Siddaramaiah issue of who's going to be the chief minister, they never ever got that to affect the elections. It never affected the election process. Nobody spoke about it. Nobody created any shindy. Nobody started any yatra, on all of that. So I think those leaders also behaved very maturely. It was handled well. I think the Jan Sampark program which they carried out was done well. The campaign was carried out, that was done well. The manifesto was launched at the right time. So I think this time around, I think Congress did everything right. That there is no question about it. It acted beautifully. One more thing I want to add on, I don't know if Tarun will agree to me. One more thing I want to add on is somewhere down the line, this entire Karnataka election was not star driven. You see, what I mean by not star driven, it is not that Rahul Gandhi came and made some 30 appearance, 100 appearance, Priyanka Gandhi made some 100 appearance, Kharge made some, all of them did that. All of them did an appearance, but it was not a star driven campaign. It was not a star driven elections. Aarti, you will know what I am trying to say, because normally when we cover, we see the graphs going up and down after a particular rally. A Modi rally or a Yogi rally or a Amit Shah rally or a Rahul Gandhi rally or a Priyanka rally. In this time around, there was no major flutter in the graph. You agree to me, Aarti?
Yes,
Sonu,
yes, definitely.
both of you. I think, hello?
Yes, Sujit sir, I can hear you.
So that's what I was saying. I was just, my question was, there was, the point is there was no flutter. There was, it was a non-starred rally. It was a non-starred campaign.
Yes, definitely, because on the part of the Congress party, we have seen that it was DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah who took the lead. I guess they also had a final say in the finalizing of the candidate list. So that also Congress party got right. So a lot of things that Congress party generally goes wrong with in other elections, this time they went right with it and they localized their campaign, and that is what I guess bearing fruit today, and they are leading on 115 seats. That is what we can see as of now. BJP on the other hand banked heavily on the face of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It was only after 1st of May when Prime Minister Narendra Modi decided to campaign in Karnataka, although he had earlier campaigned, but heavily campaigned from 1st of May. That is when BJP looked very strengthened, very aggressive. But what do you think, BJP banking on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has it helped or has it backfired?
Is the question to me, Aarti?
Yeah.
Or Tarun?
Yes, both of you can answer.
So then Tarun can answer it, I guess.
So I think from an outsider, a couple of learnings to answer to your question is that, see Aarti, I would like to spend a little time on this answer of yours. Okay, it's not going to be an easy answer. I come from Hyderabad. Hyderabad is a city that is very close to Bangalore. And while we were growing up, Bangalore was a New York for us. Okay, when we wanted to go to do party in life, we went to Bangalore. We want to study in life, we went to Bangalore. We went to watch cricket matches in Bangalore. It was a very hot destination. You went there for everything important in your life, correct? I think over the last 8-10 years, that equity has eroded. Therefore, this election became a restoring Karnataka to its former glory election. It was not about Modi and it was not about, DK, Siddaramaiah did a good job. They worked without clawing each other. They were very coordinated, they were very visible, they spoke to each other. But I think the dark horse in this election, and which everyone is completely ignoring, has been Kharge. I think Kharge has been absolutely brilliant. He is the guy who actually neutralized a lot of speeches made by BJP national leaders in Karnataka. He managed to translate all of them in a very nice local language. made it very personal, and took on each issue head on. When the whole I was born in Karnataka story started with BJP, he said, I am the Bhumi Putra. When the Bajrang Dal thing happened, he took it head on. He never ran away. I think Kharge should be given a lot of credit for this victory, if this victory goes the way it is going.
Definitely.
I think it's fantastic.
Yes. Well, Sujit sir, how do you react to this? My first question about BJP banking heavily on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's face. Has it helped or has it backfired? And secondly, as Tarun sir rightly mentioned, do you think that making Kharge the president of the Congress party at the right time has helped Congress party immensely in Karnataka?
Aarti, I completely agree. Narendra Modi visits, Narendra Modi rally has not fetched the kind of response that it normally fetched, and the kind of the wave, which is what I told you. It is a starless campaign this time. It has not fetched that kind of response. Neither has it fetched that kind of a wave or some kind of enthusiasm in amongst the voters. So that's number one. Number two is, I completely agree to what Tarun says. I think Kharge has done a fantastic job. Kharge has played a fairly decent president in this entire campaign. Of course, the fact that he is from the particular state, so that also gave him the added advantage. But he played a very anchoring role in this particular elections. Again, I will repeat myself. I don't think it is an individual's election this time. There is no star campaigner this time. There is no Rahul Gandhi or a Modi this time. It has been effort of almost every worker on ground. Everybody has done their job. This is the way I see the elections. I've covered a lot of elections, and this particular election, I cannot see a single point. You see, in Maharashtra election, it was that Sharad Pawar point where he stood in that rain and he spoke. That became the picture of Maharashtra election, for instance. Okay, in Gujarat elections, the amount of campaigning that was done by Amit Shah and Narendra Modi was the star of that election. Uttar Pradesh election, Narendra Modi, clear star of that election. Clear star of that election. Okay, so every state had one star. I don't think Karnataka had a star. Karnataka, everybody played a role, and yes, like Tarun said, Kharge, I think, played a fantastic role as a president of the party and Bhumi Putra. So yes, that's what I would say.
Definitely. Usually, we have seen in other elections that whenever BJP is on an offensive, Congress has to go on a defensive, and Congress finds it very hard to counter the narrative that is set by the BJP. This time around, the roles were reversed. It was the Congress that was setting the narrative, and BJP was finding it hard to counter it.
See, Aarti, BJP was never in a role like this. BJP this time around was in a bad wicket. It was in a bad wicket. Corruption charges, communal, hatred. They were most of their activities. If you identify 10 things that BJP did in the last 5 years in Karnataka, it would be hijab, it would be halal, it would be those kind of stuff. BJP never, there was no development, there was no talk of, which I said day one, there was no talk of development, there was no talk of highways, there was no talk of waterways, there was no talk of healthcare. It was about hijab, it was about halal. People said enough. So the fact is, this time around, BJP was not on the top of the game. BJP was the underdog this time in Karnataka. I think Tarun will agree to me on this.
Is Tarun sir on the line?
I think he's not. I think we lost him. So till we get him back. So this is the point.
No, he is here. He is here. He is here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Please
we can hear
ahead,
you.
See, I think a lot of people are missing a very critical point. If you look at BJP in the north and the BJP in the south, they're two different parties. In BJP in the north is a very Modi-led party. BJP in the south is a regional-led party. It is not a Modi-led party. Yeah, Modi adds a lot of equity to it, but it is not a Modi-led party. So when your regional leaders in South fail, the party will fail. Uh, in North, it is not like that. I mean, off late, even that is not working in the North. But in the North, I think the Modi flair and the equity pulls it off from wherever it is. It doesn't work in the South. You can't come there 15 days before election, have fancy road shows, expect people to respond. They will not respond. South is a more educated society. It's a more civil society. It's a more evolved society. People are more aware. People are working class, unlike the North, which is primarily trading and agriculture class. People go to work there. They want a simple, decent quality of life. They don't want a complicated life. They don't want to go to work and discuss politics. Nobody discuss politics at work over here. They go and earn their livelihood. They are IT workers, they are techie workers, they work in large organizations. Why would you want to bring politics into your daily life? Why do you want to make enemies unnecessarily? Now that is a kind of narrative that has been rejected by Karnataka. I think the message that is going from Karnataka is a very big message. The message is not about BJP winning or Congress winning or anyone losing. The message that is going is that get politics out of your living room and family conversations. Politics is a once in a 5-year thing. It comes and it goes. You can't make it into one complete conflict. It has become one mess currently. I think the last time I went and voted with a lot of emotion was when Rajiv Gandhi contested. Then when Vajpayee contested, because we love these people. We voted against Vajpayee because Pramod Mahajan was in your face. What is currently happening is they are in your face. You don't want them like that. You want politics to be far away from your daily life. They have to come, do their bit and go away. Provide your water, electricity through the life and get on with life. Why is it so messy currently? And Karnataka has rejected that messiness. Karnataka has said enough of this messiness. You do your thing, we do our thing. And I think that is work. And I think the other big point that everyone is missing is that the way Congress has structured their leaders to campaign, they were the type of campaigning Kharge was doing. They were the type of campaigning DK was doing. Siddaramaiah was doing. Kharge was doing large rallies. DK and Siddaramaiah were doing road shows. Priyanka Gandhi was doing rallies. Rahul Gandhi was not doing rallies at all. He was doing a lot of college visits, all kind of small things.
Yes.
So I think that they mixed it up very nicely. I don't know if Sujit will agree with that.
I do. I completely agree to it. Actually, this time, like I told you, Tarun. In fact, that's the first thing I was saying. Congress did everything right. Congress did everything right, and coupled with the fact that BJP did wrong and BJP was in a bad wicket, I think this win was inevitable. Congress, this was almost a predicted win. So nobody is really surprised about the fact that Congress is doing well in this particular elections. See, what I would like to actually see in this election, Tarun, from an academic perspective, what I would like to see is what happens to JDS. What happens to JDS? Because JDS has a bulk of the Vokalanga votes. So with that, are they going to still remain relevant, or are they going to kind of shrink? As of now, they are 30. That's what the figures say. So which is fine. Well, they'll be still relevant. But the fact is, if I guess they are not in the government this time, which is they are not playing the kingmaker's role this time, I think next time around JDS has a tough time. It will shrink the way Bahujan Samaj Party did.
Why did regional parties come into being, Sujit? They came into being because national parties failed. If you actually look at the DNA of any regional party, they came into being because national parties failed. When BJP became powerful in UP, regional parties started dying. Correct? Regional parties' basic DNA is not long term. It is about short term seats, little bit of corruption, happiness. That's the way they operate. People are seeing it. It's everywhere. You see regional parties everywhere are disappearing.
Correct.
They really don't have a role.
Correct.
They are a money making tool, money making machine.
Tarun, don't you also think that this factor is also because somewhere down the line regional parties are moving away from their ideology? The reason why they were created, that fact is somewhat forgotten, and the moment they divert from that path, that regional party is deteriorating. Bahujan Samaj Party became a party, was a party for Bahujan, which is for the SC/ST in Uttar Pradesh. The moment it became a Brahman Bahujan Samaj, the party lost its charm. Same is the case with JDS. JDS by name is secular. The moment they started swaying between BJP and others, they lost their charm. I guess that's what's happening. Even Janata Dal United in Bihar. So I guess drifting from ideology is moving away from what taking away their popularity in the state.
So, Sujit, to answer your question slightly differently, a lot of regional parties came into being on the core insight that they don't have respect in national parties. Okay? We don't get enough representation and respect in national parties, therefore, we have to form a regional party. Whether you look at JDS, you look at TRS, you look at that Jagan, all of them are having a same insight, which is in a national party, we don't get enough respect, therefore, we need to have a regional party. Now what national parties are doing, whether BJP or Congress, Kharge is a great example. You bring in a leader who's from a community, it just answers that question. Suddenly regional party doesn't have a reason to exist.
Correct.
If you look at Kharge, I think Kharge will be a big thing in UP also. Just watch.
Let's hope Kharge comes up to, he becomes that leader that Congress wants him to be. We'll have to wait and watch for that. But as of now, Congress is 115, BJP 72, Congress leading in 115, BJP leading in 72, JDS leading on 31 seats and others on 6 seats. Now, Congress has a gain of 35 seats, Bharatiya Janata Party has a loss of 33 seats, and JDS has a loss of 5 seats. That's the status right now. And others, independents, have got a gain of 3 seats. That's what it is. 224 out of 224, all the leads are out. Wins, of course, will take another few more hours, but the leads are out, and this is how it is looking. So the trend as of now, Tarun, looks very, very Congress. It looks as if Congress is in a position to make its government without anybody's help. I was having this discussion with Aarti, Tarun. Tarun, even now they are talking about taking their MLAs to Hyderabad, and isn't it absolutely sad for our democracy? Absolutely sad for our democracy when a party wins, absolutely clean. When the party wins fair and square, they still have to hide their MLAs. What happens to people's verdict, Tarun?
No, those value systems are gone, Sujit. The problem is that people like us who go and vote don't hold these fellows accountable. We vote and we forget about them. But you should not let them come back into your constituency. There has to be you don't let these fellows come back. Look what happened in Maharashtra. It's a joke. How do you vote for someone? What is the basis? It just doesn't work. Then how is horse trading become such a what's the correct word? Such an accepted thing?
It's become it's become an absolute process now. It's part of the process.
Yeah. And now the rates 50 crores, 74 crores, 75 crores, 100 crores. Are you not ashamed? Don't you feel dirty as a human being to be known as a corrupt person?
I think it is now, it is like I told you, it has become part of the process, Tarun, and that is that's the way it looks. Now, secondly, let me also talk to you about turncoats. See, turncoats are also something that we are seeing very often now. Jumping from one party to another, one ideology to another, right to left, left to right. You see, and unfortunately, a lot of these people are winning. Now, that too is incorrect. Whether you jump from BJP to Congress or Congress to BJP, I am saying either ways, which means that you never hold any value to the system, to the value system, to the ideology that you worked all these years for, to the party that you worked for. You see, having difference of opinion is one, but jumping parties for opportunity is another thing that is damaging our democracy, isn't it?
No, it is ridiculous. I mean, look at Jyotirada Scindia. His father was Congress. He was in Congress. He was Union Minister for 2 terms. He walks around like he's on Maharaja. How do you respect his people? On what basis? The only reason they do what they do is because their closets are not clean. They have issues, and to protect the issues, they do all this.
Correct. That's that. I think the Aarti, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Aarti, I think Mr. Anandvardhan is on the line. Can you see if he can be passed up?
Yes, definitely. So let us have a quick update as to what are the leads as of now. Out of 224 seats, Congress is leading on 114, BJP is leading on 74, JDS is now leading on 30 seats. In fact, if you look at all the important candidates, key candidates, except for Jagdish Shettar, I think all of the key candidates that we discussed before are leading in their particular constituency. Congress's vote share is also more than that of the BJP. If we can join Mr. Anandvardhan, sir. Is he online?
I think so. I'll just figure that out. Is Sonu there on the line?
No, I guess he is not.
Okay.
He will join us shortly.
Okay.
But there is one another factor. I think Tarun sir mentioned it before when he was talking, that in South, BJP is more of local leader driven. And in Karnataka, there is no bigger leader of BJP than B.S. Yediyurappa. Has sidelining him costed BJP this election?
This question is for Tarun, right? Hello?
Yes.
Tarun, are you there? Okay, I guess we lost Tarun. I think losing B.S. Yediyurappa was definitely, B.S. Yediyurappa was not completely hearts of hearts batting for Congress. That is very clear. That is absolutely clear. So losing Yediyurappa was definitely a setback for BJP. There is no question. He was never batting for BJP. He was never full-heartedly batting for this election. We said this much before, at least we said this months back, that while he's giving all the sound bites, but he never batted for BJP. So I guess that definitely is a setback.
Yes. This time around, one a very interesting factor that we can note here is, in Hyderabad, Karnataka, Congress is leading on many seats. Now, Hyderabad, Karnataka is from where Mallikarjun Kharge hails. So, as we discussed before, yes, Mallikarjun Kharge being the Congress president has helped Congress a lot. But do you think going further, because it is just 1 year left for the Lok Sabha election, Mallikarjun Kharge will play or will prove to be a great find for the post of president in the Congress party? Because we have seen there was a lot of debate as to who will become the Congress president, whether he will be managed by the Gandhis or not. In this scenario, Mallikarjun Kharge as a president of the Congress party, has Karnataka example put a stamp that Mallikarjun Kharge can prove to be a useful and a very good find as a president of the Congress party?
As Tarun just said, RTC, Mallikarjun Kharge has proved to be an asset as far as Karnataka elections are concerned. He played a fantastic sheet anchor role. He was a strong anchor, like you rightly said. He tackled questions well, he tackled issues that came up well, he tackled his rallies well. So perfect, well done job. Okay, to that extent he played a fantastic role. Now, when you look at a president of the party, one imagines him to be the star campaigner, the campaigner that can draw 5 lakh people for his rallies. That's what you would expect. Now, to be to be looking at this issue very clinically, Aarti, can Kharge manage to get 5 lakh people in Madhya Pradesh? I don't know. Can Kharge get the same response, the same people's coming up to him, talking to him, accepting what he's saying, getting swayed by his talks? Can he do that in Rajasthan? I don't know. So the fact is, while he has done a fairly decent job in Karnataka, and seems like his party is winning, so the win says it all, right? The winner takes it all, as they say. So to this extent, I'm saying he has done his job. But let us now see his actual test when we'll have Madhya Pradesh election. His actual test is when we will be having Rajasthan election. That's when you have his actual test. Let's see what he does at that point in time, and then we will see what it is.
Definitely. Some reactions are in. Let me read out what people are saying. In fact, in Congress headquarters in Bangalore, people are celebrating there, the workers are celebrating, and sort of symbolically they are also feeding mithai to the Bajrang Bali poster as well. A very symbolic gesture by the Congress party workers. Bajrang Bali was the main issue that BJP has made in this particular election. So Congress sort of had to go on a defensive and say that we will build Bajrang Bali temples, Hanuman temples across the state. So that's a symbolic move that the workers celebrating at the Congress headquarters are showing. Apart from that, Shiv Kumar and Siddaramaiah are leading in their respective constituencies. As I told you last time around, Shiv Kumar's winning margin was one of the biggest margins, that was around 1,27,000. This time around, whether he crosses that margin or not, that one has to see. Siddaramaiah is contesting from Varuna. According to the High Command, this is the seat where the probability of Siddaramaiah winning is high and he is leading. So one has to see whether the lead that he is currently maintaining will be the one that he earns at the end of the counting. Apart from that, Sachin Pilot has given his reaction. Sachin Pilot has said that the people of Karnataka has rejected 40% commission government. Apart from that, Sanjay Raut, spokesperson of Shiv Sena, Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, has given a reaction. He has said that Bajrang Bali's Gada has proved to be beneficial for the Congress party. So these are the current updates as of now. As and when there are more updates,
Aarti, can I make a statement?
Yes, Sujit.
With your permission, I can make a statement. You see, I'll tell you, this Sachin Pilot and Gehlot should learn from Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar. They should take a lesson from DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah, the way they fought the election. See, there is no doubt about it that DK Shivkumar wanted to be the chief, or wants to be the chief minister. There is no doubt that Siddaramaiah played the game because he wanted to be the chief minister. But the fact is, while this huge underlying tussle was happening in the party, I don't think even iota it reflected in the campaign. I don't think an iota of it reflected in the elections. I think they played it beautifully. This is the lesson that I think Pilot and Gehlot should learn. And I am sure DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah will not be the best of friends, and it will not be settled. There will be a lot of internal contest now happening for the chief minister's post and possibly for better portfolios. Now that's happening internally, and they are doing it beautifully. I think this is one lesson we should be telling Sachin Pilot and Gehlot. I guess just thought I'll just add that.
Definitely, one couldn't agree more. I think this is one of the most well coordinated campaign or the election that the Congress party has fought in the recent times, despite having internal differences. Well, as I said, we will come back to you with all the updates, and we also have some panelists to decipher, to decode the results of Karnataka Assembly election.